Hey, what's up, everyone? Praful here. Welcome back. Thanks for joining in. And as I promised in the yesterday's video, today I'm coming up with a dedicated video on the entire change of Bank Nifty expiry cycle. So just yesterday, NSE came up with a circular that they are going to shift the Bank Nifty expiry from existing Thursday to Friday, starting from July 13th. And this, in my opinion, and I think even Nikhil also agrees with me, this is going to be one of the major changes for Indian market regimes. So last जो change ऐसे आया था when the leverage was completely removed, and I believe that going forward this bank nifty expiry change is also going to have a similar impact. So in today's video I have Nikhil with us. Hi Nikhil.
Hi, Praful. How are you? Hi,
So
everyone.
hi everyone. So today we're going to discussing about all those things in depth and what we think about how's how the future is going to be for Indian traders, and whether it's going to open up a lot of opportunities as expiry traders, or whether the difficulty level of the trading exponentially shoots up, and what's going to be the fate of price action, what's going to be the fate of all the back tests जिसके भरोसे पे अभी भी बहुत सारे सिस्टम ट्रेडर्स उनका सिस्टम्स चला रहा है, उसका सब चीज़ क्या होने वाला है. तो वी गोना बी डिस्कसिंग अबाउट ऑल दोज थिंग्स इन दिस वीडियो. तो हाय, वेलकम निखिल.
Hi.
तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये बता, जब कल ये न्यूज़ देखे ना हम लोग, what was your feeling, like how did you feel?
It was kind of we already were expecting something like this.
uh,
Ki probably NSE would do something at the end. Ki ek dhanda hai. So for NSE and BSE, they are all like profit making organizations and they want to make most profits. And we were expecting ki NSE probably would do something like this sooner or later, but it came like way earlier than we
way
expected.
earlier.
हम
Exactly, I mean,
हमने
ये
एक्सपेक्ट
जो
नहीं किया था इतना अर्जेंसी में इतनी जल्दी NSE would do something like this, but और वो भी it's not like कि they said कि probably like 3 months down the line or something like that, like just अगले महीने से ही you'll
exactly.
have your shifted. So they are absolutely challenging BSE on their कि this is our forte and this FNO is our monopoly and we are gonna, like, you're not just gonna come and like take away our what you can
Share
say,
of
like,
market share
हाँ,
basically.
हमारा revenue आप सीधा ऐसे like we are not gonna give it to you straight away, hand it forward to you. So yeah,
And
this is good
this is
for
something. No, Nikhil, see, this aggression from NSE is something. It's a lesson for all the business students basically.
yes,
कोई भी धंधे में है, अग्रेशन को कैसे डिप्लॉय करना एनएससी से कोई सीखे, बिकॉज बीएससी दे टुक ऑलमोस्ट 4 or 5 years टू चेंज देयर रेगुलर एक्सपायरी डे फ्रॉम थर्सडे टू फ्राइडे टू गेन सम ऑफ द वॉल्यूम्स बैक फ्रॉम एनएससी. 4 साल
yes,
उन्होंने वेट किए, बट जैसे बीएससी ने कुछ मूव किया, विद इन द नेक्स्ट 15 or 20 days एनएससी आया कि चलो काउंटर मूव आ गया हमारा. सो दिस aggression which is very, I mean, it's really good to see that kind of an aggression from these
yes,
exchanges.
yes. So
So
like this is something that really feels good, and probably as a business decision, NSE would do like NSE ने inherently अपना समझो कि जो उनका revenues था, जो collection था, that almost doubled in one go.
I know,
So
I know.
most of the, I don't know, I really don't have the numbers, but I think a lot of the money that the NSE and exchange charges में जो collect कर रही थी, they were coming from expiries. It's
Correct,
just expiries. Now there's two of them for them, like another,
correct.
like this is the best. This is, they're just doubling their revenue.
And also
Like
pretty much, and also almost killed a competition with one move.
yes,
जो
yes,
कंपटीशन अभी खड़ा भी नहीं हुआ था, उस कंपटीशन खड़ा होने से पहले किल कर दिए. बट नाउ
yes. So yes, they
अब
didn't wait. So what happened? अगर 2-3 महीना, if they had waited like 3, 4, 5 months, what we would have seen is कि Sensex में काफी सारा volume transfer हो
एग्जैक्टली.
जाता. And then if they wanted to do that later, though, it would have been a tussle because a lot of people had already shifted to Sensex. Like a lot of
करेक्ट.
system people and a lot of
वो जो
market makers would have come
या
into like abhi bhi hai. It's this BSC guys have hired like seems to have hired few market makers, but a lot of they would have time to add more. So
एंड वो
it
जो
was like
ट्रेडर्स में जो अक्लिमेटाइजेशन होता है ना, वो हो चुका रहता.
वो हो चुका था. Like people started with, I saw like we were seeing on Twitter on other platforms ki people started with 2 lots and then they were doing 10 lots and
आई नो, आई नो.
they were suddenly doing, they were doing more than that as well. So like that would have grown every week.
Exactly. And see, abhi pata nahi ki, because like BSC seemed a little aggressive when it comes to pushing those Sensex options. They were quite quite aggressive with their marketing and with their with their outreach to the masses. But now that they have received some sort of a super strong counter move from NSE, अभी मजा अब ये आएगा कि BSE कितना फ्लेक्सिबल है व्हेन इट कम्स टू पिवटिंग. बिकॉज अभी जो 4 या 5 साल के बाद BSE ने एक मूव उठाया कि चलो भाई हमारे पास कुछ वॉल्यूम्स ही नहीं आ रहा है, थर्सडे से हम लोग एक्सपायरी को फ्राइडे शिफ्ट करते हैं. जैसे वो लोग एक अनाउंसमेंट किए, 15 दिन के अंदर NSE ने एक्सपायर ये कर दिया कि चलो भाई हमारा फोर्टे से तुम लोग हमारे रेवेन्यू तो छीन नहीं सकते, हमने बैंक निफ्टी का एक्सपायरी को थर्सडे से फ्राइडे शिफ्ट कर दिए. नाउ वेदर BSE इज फ्लेक्सिबल इनफ टू पीवट फ्रॉम फ्राइडे टू ईदर मंडे और वेंसडे. अभी जो 5 दिन में 3 स्लॉट्स तो फिल हो चुके हैं. थर्सडे कोई छीन नहीं सकता, निफ्टी हमेशा के लिए रहेगा. फ्राइडे ऑफ कोर्स सिंस दैट time for acclimatization was not given for Sensex options, of course bank nifty options will pick up liquidity right from probably first week or second week. Second week से almost liquidity pick up होना शुरू कर ही देगा, and from probably like my expectation is probably from third or fourth week it will see the exact similar volumes of what, or probably even more, because Thursday के दिन जो expiry traders है they used to get split into two instruments. कई लोग निफ्टी ट्रेड करते थे, कई लोग बैंक निफ्टी ट्रेड करते थे. बट नाउ दैट लाइक वी हैव गॉट 2 सेपरेट डेज फॉर 2 सेपरेट इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स, ऑब्वियसली बैंक निफ्टी का वॉल्यूम्स जो है वो ऑब्वियसली पहले से ज़्यादा बढ़ गया होगा, आई मीन बढ़ेगा गोइंग फॉरवर्ड. तो अभी हमारे पास सिर्फ दो स्लॉट्स है, दैट इज वेंसडे एंड मंडे.
Now, what we have to look is how this changing this to specifically from Thursday to Friday changes the regime. Actually, what used to happen is ऐसा थर्सडे टू थर्सडे फ्लो करता था इंडियन मार्केट. दिस इज हाउ वी फील लाइक कि बहुत सारा पैसा ऑप्शंस में लगता है, एंड ऑप्शंस इनहेरेंटली बिकेम सो बिग दैट इट स्टार्टेड मूविंग दीस
कैश मार्केट्स स्पॉट को मूव करता है.
ठीक है. Now, and what used to happen is most of this money we're talking about were situated solely into weekly expiries.
Closer dated expiries basically.
Yeah, so money used to come at Friday and then slowly add up till Thursday, and at the Thursday expiry it used to go out and then come again at Friday, and then this was the cycle. Correct. Now that cycle would change, rather it will hold till Friday evening.
Yes,
because you can't pull out money like off the market on Thursday.
On 1DT.
Yeah, you probably at the end of Thursday you probably move to on Thursday itself you will move all the size to Bank Nifty. A lot of people move size to Bank Nifty. So a big काफी change होगा, and this weekend thing also is going to change, because pehle a lot of money used to move in and out of the market on the weekends, because 2 दिन का extra interest why would anybody take for trading this markets like weekly options. तो वो भी काफी change होगा, because now people can start away with Monday itself, like not start with Friday.
Correct.
So we have to see that those changes are gonna impact how the market is gonna behave now. So we have to see. We haven't seen the impact of that. So how that is gonna change the flow of money. We still have to say, we can only speculate. Probably within like 1 or 2 months of money in the market, we would be able to figure out कि क्या चलने वाला क्या होने वाला.
Absolutely. मेरे को क्या लगता है पता है?
Yes.
I feel that the volatility is gonna go up. The option premiums are going to go down, because अभी जो premiums था, अभी जो actual जो expiry में जो पैसा आता था, it used to get divided between Nifty and Bank Nifty, है ना? तो अभी जाके निफ्टी में भी एक्स्ट्रा पैसे लगेगा एक दिन में, एंड 0DT में अगेन बैंक निफ्टी में भी एक्स्ट्रा पैसे लगने वाला है. सो इट्स गना बी द ग्रैनुलर वोलेटिलिटी है, जो ग्रैनुलर वोलेटिलिटी है दैट्स गना गो अप. इट्स लाइक आपको बड़ा टाइम फ्रेम पे आपको कुछ फर्क नहीं दिखेगा. you'll see that the entire days range will be within, for example अगर मैं निफ्टी की बात करूं तो entire days range will be probably within 100 points, which seems quite all right. but ये जो 5 मिनट का कैंडल का जो रेंज बनता था, अभी now each 5 minute candle will be like 20-25 points.
Yes.
The so granular volatility जो बोलता हूँ, that will shoot up like significantly.
हाँ, तो ये भी like कल when the news came out, firstly तो we were elevated कि हाँ, this is something good for the market, this is something good for us as well and everything. But then I started thinking about what kind of changes can this bring into us and market. The thing is, a lot of money that we see is retail big money, like large money, because like buying you need like this margin का issue है selling or buying में for difference है वो. तो अब क्या है कि let's say people who were, like you said earlier, कि people who were selling on Bank Nifty or Nifty on Thursday, deciding on which index to sell, or they were dividing their capital and selling on, तो अलग-अलग index में sell कर रहे थे, they probably will be doing the same volume. So let's say for a raw, let's throw a raw number, ठीक है, Indian market पे Thursday को let's say 100 रुपए डल रहे थे, ठीक है, and they were being divided into 100 रुपए में से 50 रुपए निफ्टी में जा रहा था, 50 रुपए बैंक निफ्टी में जा रहा था. Now what will happen is like people want to trade that expiry 0DT. So there's like probably 90 rupees would go into Thursday ko Friday, Thursday ko Nifty mein, and Friday ko 90 rupees in the thing. We are speculators. We are not hedgers. Okay. As in we are not into 0DT to hedge our investments or to hedge our holdings or to
absolutely not.
We are speculating.
भाई लोग 40x leverage लेके trade थोड़ी ना hedge करने के लिए कर रहा है.
we are speculators. We are making money through speculation and data analysis, whatever we are doing. ठीक है. तो अब क्या है कि I was thinking on this line कि let's say there are certain size, I don't know what percentage of people are actually hedgers into the market. Why, like if someone is hedging market in and out through every expiry, they probably would not need to add size. Like उनको अगर हफ्ते में एक बार hedge करना है तो एक ही बार करना है. So like that percentage of sellers and जो buyers के बीच में difference into volume था. So like that 50 became 90. That 50 rupees became 90. That is going into the selling side of the volume, and the buying side would slightly decrease. That also we'll have to see. So, if that dynamic changes a bit, it can create a bit of an issue for the early days till people figure out that okay, this has become way cheaper or way expensive to buy or sell it. Like the wall has like fluctuated a lot. So probably the first few weeks or the first few months would be a bit jittery about how people are gonna price this thing. Like not as in price as in the price of the volatility, but like कितना actually capital डाल सकते हैं, कितना capital डाल सकते हैं. And since as you said, like
feasibility of scale basically
50 से volume हो गया है 90, like कि वो granular volatility that comes about on holding power. So like अगर आप expiry trade कर, I'll give you an example. Expiry trade कर रहे हो, आपने 10 रुपए का option बेचा है, ठीक है. What happens is कि अगर आपने 10 रुपए का option बेचा at a certain leverage, let's say 10x के leverage पे बेचा है, 10x or 7x के leverage पे बेचा है, ठीक है. You can hold it till if it goes till probably 20, ठीक है. Now since a lot of like पहले 50 लोगों को बाहर निकलना होता था, वो 90 लोगों को बाहर निकलना है. There is high chances that a lot of people try to push that price even further because they want to exit. Yeah. So now it becomes like the thing we call spikes in premium. Those spikes will become way larger because volume बढ़ गया अचानक से. So अचानक से
the anxiety level will be through the roof. That's what my guess is.
So जैसे हम देखते थे कि let's say कि 2 करोड़ का हुआ है on ATM something, that would become like 3.5 crore.
3.5 crores.
Yeah. So even more. So more people getting out at like a certain gamma move. So that we're gonna see. That we have to see. Like these are things that we only see market behave when actually this starts. But
now
look onto.
Yes, and that is one valid point that you mentioned. But अभी उसका flip side देखेंगे. Now that more volume is gonna come on both the indices, the pain points are also predictable.
Yes. we have seen this now itself.
We have seen this now. Like हमें पता है कि for example, let's say like if you have already built the position, if you have already sized up to your max, you will be forced to exit your position at the pain points. But अगर आपके पास capital बचा है, if you can add size, or if you're sitting out on the sidelines and if you want to deploy your capital, you know exactly when to enter because you know the exact pain point.
This is where actually the leverage that you trade at becomes very important. This we having 3 expiries now in like 3 very liquid expiries in a week now also makes me comfortable कि अब यार this is something that you can even trade on lower leverages and still make like good money in a year. You don't need
Absolutely.
to be you don't need to be trading those spread margins and
Correct.
those high prop margins, and you can trade on lower margins as well, because you have three expiries now. You even if you make like in layman language, even if you make like 5 to 10 points out of Nifty on the whole day, like though
0.4%.
दो वॉल पॉइंट बना लेते हो, तो यू आर मेकिंग लाइक 5.5%, समथिंग अराउंड दैट, 0.4 0.5% on the leverage that SEBI provides, like 6x का leverage. So
देखो निखिल, मेरा यहाँ पे थोड़ा आई टेंड टू डिसएग्री हियर, बिकॉज तुमने ना सिर्फ रिस्क की बात किया इन टर्म्स ऑफ मनी वाला रिस्क, बट एट द
yes,
सेम टाइम शुड ऑल्सो look at it from effort versus reward. I'm talking about discretionary traders here, not system traders. System traders का तो मतलब they're not spending daily energy or daily effort to trade. But if you're
yes,
a discretionary trader, if you already have that skill set of navigating through the ebbs and flows and navigating through the volatility of the market, don't you think that तुम 6 घंटे बैठ के तुम स्क्रीन के सामने बैठ के ट्रेड कर रहा है, doesn't it make sense to take the same risk and probably increase your reward?
I can't be telling like about everybody, but I can tell you about myself. तो जनरली क्या होता है कि most of my anxiety during market hours, during seeing the price move and the premium like wall move and everything move, is a component of how lever I am.
That's
So
true.
अगर मैं बहुत ज्यादा लेवरेज पे ट्रेड कर रहा हूँ और प्राइस मूव करता है, तो मेरे को एंजाइटी हो रही थी, बिकॉज मैं ऑलरेडी बहुत ज्यादा लेवरेज हूँ. अगर कम लेवरेज पे होता हूँ और प्राइस मूव कर रहा होता है, मेरे को अपॉर्चुनिटी दिख रही होती है. So I am not. My anxiety comes through how my MTM is moving. You understand? Like as a discretionary trader, हमारा anxiety
सबका
हमारा
सेम ही है ब्रो,
anxiety
सबका डिस्क्रिशनरी ट्रेडर्स का हाल यही है.
हाँ, तो हमारा डिपेंड करता है कि हमारे जो MTM कैसे मूव करता है, या हमारा PNL का वेरिएंस कितना है.
Yeah.
The easiest way to reduce that is to reduce leverage and
Size.
then seek
Yeah.
out. So it's all a component. It all comes down to कि हम कैसे अपने आप को साइज या अपने आप को उस तरह से कर सकते हैं that this 3 days we survive as well. We do it with joy, not just as in hard work. ऐसे नहीं हो कि साल भर में गंजे हो रहे हैं बिल्कुल.
हो रहा है
So
तो ऑलरेडी देख ले.
yeah. So it's not like कि साल भर में गंजा होना है, or like we are going to. So it's like we do at this optimal level कि पैसा भी बने. You enjoy your time as well, and then continue as well. So uh, that's something I felt very great about. कि this is something now I don't really need to like earlier
Force
if I
yourself. Yes, this is something very important, because पहले कैसा था, पहले निफ्टी एक्सपायरी था, एक ही एक्सपायरी था. Like
yes
people who traded these short gamma setups and all
yes
that, like option sellers, they had to make the most of that one day.
yes
अभी फिर निफ्टी आया, now people have okay, मैं जितना रिस्क मैं एक दिन में लेता था, उस रिस्क को मैं स्प्लिट कर सकता हूँ कि 2 दिन में. And also I have the choice of choosing the better of the expiries. अगर मुझे फिर निफ्टी में प्रीमियम्स काफी खराब लग रहा है, प्राइस एक्शन खराब लग रहा है, I can take a back seat. But now we have 3 expiries. अभी हमें we can be very choosy. We can
yes
be very choosy about deploying our capital.
to trade, where to trade,
Where
how
to
much,
trade, where
like
to
do you want to
enter.
size up, do you don't want to
Yeah.
size up. तो पहले क्या होता था कि let's say like I'm notoriously known for not trading monthly expiries. I try to avoid monthly expiries or even trade them at very low leverage. ठीक है, तो like before FinNifty, it was like, yeah, if I leave this monthly expiry, now I only have 3 expiries to trade. So specifically, if someone is only expiry trader, he trades only expiry, then he's like only 3 opportunity to put that money in that he has put like sideways. तो पूरे महीने का 3 ही अपॉर्चुनिटी या 4 अपॉर्चुनिटी ही बच गया. Now there are like 8 opportunity, even if you feel like okay, this day probably is not working around me. So let's say कि आप सुबह you start trading and you feel like, oh, today is not gonna be a good day, or today if you are a discretionary trader, my gut is saying that I should not be trading today. You can skip. There are there are around 15 expiries in a month. You can
15
skip that
expiries
day.
per month, with 15, no, not 15, 12 to 15 expiries per month. Now beggars have become choosers.
Yeah, yes. So now you can choose, you can pick, you can do anything.
व्यूअर्स के लिए ना मेरे पास 2 रास्ते हैं, ठीक है, कैसे आप ट्रेड कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, नाउ if you really want to gear up, and if you really want to have these couple of really good years, so keep the same risk appetite, trade 3 days. Probably you'll burn out in like probably 2 or 3 years, but you would have made really good money if you're really skillful. I'm talking about skillful profitable traders. But if you want to last longer, अगर आपका burnout rate कम होना चाहिए, then reduce your risk, reduce your leverage, and play it for the longer term. Trade 3 days a week. तो दोनों तरीके से कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज देर इज नथिंग राइट और रॉन्ग अबाउट दिस, बिकॉज आई ऑलवेज टेल दैट हम जो प्रोफेशनल ट्रेडर्स हैं, वी आर एग्जैक्टली लाइक एथलीट्स. ये भी परफॉर्मेंस स्पोर्ट ही है. द बर्नआउट इज रियल. तो हम लोग भी बर्नआउट हो सकता है. तो ईदर यू कैन गो ओके, जितना मेरा पीक टाइम है उस पीक टाइम में मैं जितना ज्यादा हो सकता है उतना मैं प्रॉफिट्स मैक्सिमाइज करूं, या आई ऑप्टिमाइज फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म. लॉन्ग टर्म खेलने के लिए मैं अपने आप को ऑप्टिमाइज करूं. दोनों कर सकता है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर गोल्स, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर प्रेफरेंसेस. Now going forward with so many expiries, and probably like I'm hoping that BSE is smart enough to pivot and bring Sensex expiries on either Monday or Wednesday. अगर ये होता है, it opens a lot of opportunities cross index and cross exchange trades करने के लिए.
Yes.
And overnight hedging काफी सही हो जाता है. Like if somebody is taking positional trades, they can short the closer dated options and long the slightly longer dated options. अभी जो कैलेंडर का कॉन्सेप्ट है, जैसे आप इस थर्सडे का ऑप्शन शॉर्ट करके नेक्स्ट थर्सडे का ऑप्शन बाई करते हैं, ऑल यू कैन डू इस थर्सडे का ऑप्शन शॉर्ट करो और फ्राइडे एक्सपायरी का जो ऑप्शन बाई करो. ऑब्वियसली नोशन टू बेसिस पे एंड बीटा को भी मैच करना पड़ता है. दैट इज लाइक
Yes.
कॉमन सेंस, वो कर सकता है.
Yes, a lot of those opportunities can come in. Now we have like again, ये सब चीजें would depend कि how everything is being priced, and like these go into granular details कि like the correlation between the two indexes and the dispersion rate between the constituents कि भाई let's say Bank Nifty के सारे expiries are सारे constituents are expiring on Thursdays and the Bank Nifty is expiring on Friday. So all those things. But yeah, matlab, I give you an example, raw example. It can happen that you probably could, like if you want to hedge your, let's say, if you're trading 6x and you want to hedge your put side, कि आपको tail risk नहीं लेना है. Thursday, you probably could sell your straddles on Nifty and then buy the hedges on Bank Nifty, and those
Exactly.
hedges would not go to zero instantly, and they will hold up for you till Friday. So, I mean, there are tons of ways that now you can structure your trade around. You just with time, you'll just have to see what suits you the best and what's the most cost efficient way of doing it.
Yeah.
But that opens up a lot of trades. So yeah, you could actually short a straddle on Thursday, and rather than buying a protections on the Thursday itself, you could do it on a Bank Nifty Friday, and like certain kind of that would bring correlation risk.
Yeah.
But you can do that.
गोइंग फॉरवर्ड, ठीक है, लाइक व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट द प्राइस एक्शन? मेरे हिसाब से जो ट्रेंडिंग डेज जो होता है, स्मूथ ट्रेंडिंग डेज जो होता है, और भी कम होने वाला है. तो आई फील दैट ट्रेंड फॉलोअर्स गोना हैव अ डिफिकल्ट टाइम. एंड जो चॉपीनेस है, जो पुल बैक्स है, वो पुल बैक्स थोड़ा ज़्यादा डीप होंगे, मीन रिवर्शन ज़्यादा होंगे. तो दैट स्मूथ प्राइस एक्शन जो है, आई थिंक इट्स गोना get impacted with so many expiries.
For me, I treat expiries as a key market expiries pe market pins at one point, so it keeps on fluctuating it takes one strike as a pinning strike, and it fluctuates between that strike, so up and down. Let's say 100 150 point something on Bank Nifty, it keeps on fluctuating up and down, and after a certain point it decides ki like there's one thing and I want to break out, and it breaks out. Once it breaks out, it doesn't look back. So the thing is कि वही कि बहुत सारा पेनिंग होगा मार्केट में, जो हम 2-2:30-3 बजे के बाद ट्रेंड देखते हैं. So we're gonna see more of that because of how like people are poised on expiries की generally 2-3 बजे तक people are stuck on a position, like on a straddle or on a triangle, and then once it breaks out of that range, people don't have much to do, so they only can cut their position because it's already like 2:30 or 3.
That will push market even further.
Yeah, so around 2:30 and 3 market pushes out of whatever strike it is pinned on. So जहाँ पे भी वो है, तो more of that will start out happening on Friday as well. So Friday, by trend followers, Friday was considered like the date for them to actually see trends and make money. That would probably change a lot. Right, might be that the Monday being a new Friday, Monday starts behaving like a new Friday, because as money comes in fresh on Monday, and then market decides कि वो किस direction में move करना चाहता है. It's not pinned to that one strike. वो एक strike पे अटका हुआ नहीं है because a lot of position is being built there. तो position धीरे-धीरे करके build हो रही है. So that's gonna change price action, how you see it and how we see it, and even like how historical performance of certain
Exactly. मैं उसी के ऊपर बात करने वाला था, because now that we know that Fridays used to be like super trending and
yeah.
Mondays used to be a little bad for, you know, short wall players. But all that, whatever we used to see over the last couple of years, that data is trash as of now, मेरे हिसाब से तो. बिकॉज आप पुराने डेटा 2021 या 20 इवन 2022 छोड़ दो, 2023 का फर्स्ट 6 मंथ्स का डेटा रख के भी इट्स एज लेटेस्ट एज द डेटा कैन गेट. वो डेटा रख के भी आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि आगे का ऐसे हिस्टोरिकल जैसे होगा. सो आई मीन मेरे हिसाब से तो आई पर्सनली फील दैट बैक टेस्ट्स आप
जब हम प्राइस एक्शन बोलते हैं, दैट इज नथिंग बट हाउ मनी फ्लोज इनटू द मार्केट. कि अगर कोई पैसा बाजार में बाइंग करता है तो कैंडल बड़ा ग्रीन कैंडल बनता है. सो फ्रेश मनी डाला बाजार में, किसी ने बाय किया, ग्रीन कैंडल बना, इट मूव्ड आउट ऑफ दैट स्कोप. ठीक है. Now the thing is कि if that flow of money changes, like जो जिस तरह से जिस वे में या जिस let's say जिस voodoo pattern में या जिस भी चेंज में वो पैसा डालता था वो चेंज होता है, तो how your systems or your backtested systems did कि let's say Friday को ट्रेंड होता है बाजार, so Friday we gonna size it at this trending kind of a move. That probably was happening because money was coming in on Friday, or let's say Monday was because weekend event के news थोड़े time लगाते थे between कि Monday morning को कि inherit adjust होने में कि भाई weekend पे क्या हुआ है. All those things gonna change. So those data would need a lot of refining. So most of the जो सिर्फ price action based backtest थे, they would need a lot of work. I would not say कि वो काम करेंगे नहीं करेंगे, because I don't know really. But if you ask me, I would say कि those would need a lot of work, because a lot of how the money flew, how that candle was being formed would probably change. So yes, that would have to change. But like the inherent thing कि let's say VRPs and all those, like your backtest based on inherent nature of key, let's say day low, VRPs and all those probably would not change.
हमेशा इसलिए मैं सारे वीडियोस में बताया हूँ, पॉडकास्ट में भी मैं हमेशा बताता रहता हूँ कि डोंट अराइव एट अ सिस्टम जस्ट प्योरली फ्रॉम द बैक टेस्टेड नंबर्स. कम टू अराइव एट अ सिस्टम फ्रॉम फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल्स.
Yes.
लॉजिकली सिस्टम को बिल्ड करो सो दैट इट विल विथस्टैंड द टेस्ट ऑफ डिफरेंट मार्केट रिजीम्स. किसी भी मार्केट रिजीम का टेस्ट वो इसलिए संभल पा रहा है बिकॉज इट इज ओरिजिनेटेड फ्रॉम फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल्स एंड नॉट फ्रॉम बैक टेस्टेड रिजल्ट्स. अभी मैं देख रहा हूँ ना कि 2022 वाज द ईयर ऑफ एल्गोस. तो इतने सारे मार्केट में एल्गोस आ गए, सब लोग स्टॉक मॉक या क्वांटिप्लाई या स्टॉक इन जो भी मतलब देयर आर टन्स ऑफ बैक टेस्टिंग सॉफ्टवेयर्स, वहां पे जाके दे फकिंग कर्व फिटेड फॉर द एंटायर लास्ट 3 इयर्स, है ना. तो हर एक दिन का कर्व फिटिंग किया और चला रहे एंड 23 में देवर ऑल इन फॉर सरप्राइज, मैसिव सरप्राइज. सबका नेगेटिव चल रहा है.
It was very easy to go change time, add some filters and do all those things and try to make that curve as beautiful as it can. Okay, that if that works. But if that doesn't work, that doesn't work. But what I meant to say was ki if you have a system, let's say expiry system, zero, like if you have a zero DT, like why we say it's zero DT, like because it now it's Thursday and Thursday is a Friday, okay, it's still zero DT for us.
Yeah.
So your backtest system is based on zero DT, not Thursday or Friday or something. तो अगर आप एक्सपायरी ट्रेड कर रहे हो और लेट्स से आपने कोई सिस्टम बनाया है which works on expiries, if that inherent logic of extracting VRP or being long gamma at a point, or being, let's say, some people do buying tails on expiries at for lottery runs. Some people sell those tails for cheap like returns, something like that. So those things gonna work. Those things probably would not change because they have a first principle premise into it.
The specifics are going to change, the core principles are going to stay the same.
So
इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ कि core principles सीखो, first principles सीखो, logically systems बनाओ so that they'll withstand the test of all these regime changes.
So the best way to move forward is to understand the markets, not understand like ki these backtest systems and all actually understand what happens into the market. There are like few principles that market behaves on. Understand those principles, look for those principles on actual like market behavior. कि से अगर आप ऑप्शन सेल कर रहे हो और आप देख रहे हो कि अच्छा ऑप्शन सेल करने पे मुझे कुछ पैसा बच जाता है, आफ्टर ऑल एडजस्टमेंट एवरीथिंग कुछ पैसा बच जाता है, तो अंडरस्टैंड कि वो पैसा क्यों बचता है, कब बचता है, कब मेरे को चांसेस है कि वो पैसा ना बचे. All those stuff that you look into. And
I think this is from Robert James. I guess he always says like know where the P&L is coming from.
yes, so no, that is principle of every business ना. मतलब
Probably,
अगर
yes.
कोई भी बिजनेस करोगे then you'll have to know कि यार अच्छा मेरे को इसमें 50 रुपए बचता है, बट क्यों बचता है 50 रुपए, और बच सकता है अगर बचता भी है. लेट्स से अगर मैं इस बायर से नहीं, यहाँ से नहीं खरीदती हूँ, मंडी से खरीदता हूँ, तो मुझे 70 रुपए बचता है. तो मतलब आई हैड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि मैं मंडी से खरीदूंगा तो मुझे 70 रुपए बचेगा. मतलब मुझे आई नीड टू सेव दैट 20 bucks, एंड दैट लेट्स से इफ गोइंग एंड प्रोक्योरिंग एंड सप्लाई चेन कॉस्ट मी 5 rupees there, then I'm still making 15 rupees going to the mandi and buying that stuff. So that's something you'll have to understand. Otherwise it's a depth. Like you probably pick up one strategy from someone who is probably doing it very well, and then if that gets into trouble, you don't have anything else because you just
don't understand the fundamentals. तुम्हें पता है, I'll give you the best example. ठीक है, there were a lot of my friends when we were studying for the JEE mains, like this was back in 2012 or something, जहाँ पे लोग formula रट्टा मारते थे. They didn't understand how the formula came, and they were of the hope that भाई प्रॉब्लम जो है इसी फॉर्मेट में आएगा, मैं इस फॉर्मूला को लगाऊंगा और आंसर मिल जाएगा. एंड दे नेवर यूज्ड टू crack these exams just because they didn't understand the first principles.
Yes.
So similarly, अगर आप किसी का strategy ले रहे हो या किसी के strategy से inspired भी हो, try to break it down, try to reverse engineer and try to find the first principles, try to find what is the foundational aspect on which that strategy is performing. तब ऐसा है कि देखो भाई, आपका कार है, आपका इंजन के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत जानते हैं, तो अगर रोड में कहीं पे भी कार खड़ा हो जाता है, देन यू विल बी एबल टू सॉर्ट आउट लाइक व्हाट द प्रॉब्लम इज. अगर आप इंजन के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं जानते, देन यू हैव टू कॉल द मैकेनिक और यू हैव टू कॉल समवन एल्स फॉर न्यू स्ट्रेटजी. So it's the same fundamental.
Yes. So once you start doing that now, then then you can cater this kind of changes will keep on happening. This is a market where कभी से भी आएगा बोलेगा कि तुमको प्लेज करना बंद आज से, कभी से भी आएगा कि तुम 100% प्लेज करो, कभी आएगा कि now you cannot sell naked options. These are corporations, they can come and say anything and we can only हम सिर्फ dispute or we can converse about it. We can't change what is happening. We can't go and tell them कि नहीं भाई कल we are going to protest no bank nifty, we don't want bank nifty on Friday, we want it on Monday. We can't do that. So once you start going through these first principle learnings of market, कि कैसे market कैसे behave करता है, price क्यों बढ़ता है, why is nifty, why we say कि these markets are an ever bull run, or probably why Indian market is a breakout market or something, like all those stuff. You like once you understand that these navigating these kind of an event becomes very easy, and then you can actually look forward to it because you're gonna have to you have new places to look for money to be made.
वहाँ पे कहाँ पे भी जहाँ पे भी एक नया regime change आता है, there will be inefficiencies present for a certain period of time. वो जो window of opportunity है, that is the window of opportunity for the people who have learned their first principles really well.
Yes. जनरली जब तक आप किसी की स्ट्रैटेजी समझते हो करते हो तब तक वो ऑलरेडी लेट हो चुका होता है, क्योंकि वो
exactly.
काफी लोग उसको यूज कर चुके होते हैं, एक्सप्लॉइट कर चुके हैं. लाइक let's say we give an example of 920 as well. So people who arrived at 920 first and understood why it worked, they made money in 2020, 2021, and then people who actually followed them in 2022 and end of 2022, 2023 are struggling. So point is that being key, if you look through that way, it will be easier for you to backtest as well. It will be easier for you to do system trading as well, discretion as well, whatever. Like for you to trading markets, that would become way easier. And I would consider कि अगर आप if you move forward, अगर वैसे की तरह उस तरह से आप move forward करते हो into the market, the success rate of you surviving into this market grows up massively. Like this market is very rewarding to people who actually do it properly. तो वही जैसे हम देख ही रहे हैं, हमें पता ही है कि 90% of people lose money to 10% of people, and out of that 10% also only 1% of people make like large considerable
They take the
gains.
massive chunk of the gains.
Yeah, they take the massive chunk of that. So like strive to be that 1%, and this market is rewarding, and if you do it properly, yes, yeah, there's money to be made.
With that note, we'll end this video. I hope you guys got some insights about what this regime change might bring to the table. And I hope you guys are ready both to protect yourself from the upcoming fluctuations, and also if you are skilled enough, you're going to make some really good returns going forward. So it's up to you whether you want to be in the 1% or just whether you want to follow all these back tested numbers and curve fitted strategies and be one among the herd. But I hope that my audience is always in the 1%. With that note, we're going to conclude this video, and we'll see you in the next episode of our podcast or in my live trading video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Have a great weekend.